Hello, so today we're going to be going over the boards from the NVBA Spring Sectional, also known as the unit game, on Thursday at both the WBL and the NVBA sites. And so let's get started. So we start out on board 1, and North opens a diamond, East has no bid, and South has 9 clubs. Wow! So even though they only have 11 high card points, they definitely should bid a game forcing 2 clubs, since they have tricks coming out of all their orifices. Uh, so West passes, and North has a pretty normal 2 no trump bid. In order to bid 2 spades here, you would basically need a little more of an interesting hand, or weakness in hearts, or maybe like 5 diamonds, 4 spades, something like that. Something where you don't want to just tell your partner you have a balanced hand with stoppers in all the suits. So you bid 2 no. Pass, and South bids 3 clubs. Pass, and North just bids 3 no, since they have not really a great slam hand, and double stoppers in both majors. And now South can choose to make a slam try over this by bidding 4 clubs. If they do this, North will probably cooperate once, but I think they'll still end up in either 4 no and 5 clubs, depending on whether you can end up in 4 no after a slam try. But as an alternative to making a slam try, South can pass 3 no. What you need for slam is you need partner to have 2 aces and another trick somewhere. So ace king, ace queen, and a finesse, something like that. So I think making a slam try is totally reasonable. It would be a huge mistake to pull 3 no to 5 clubs, which basically, unless your partner has a singleton club, they've promised stoppers in all the majors, so you have 9 tricks for them. You're going to be making 3 no, and you'll get whatever tricks they have on the side. So in 3 no trump, basically any lead is going to give you 11 tricks. Even if you lead a spade into the ace queen, you're just going to have 11 tricks when you try to set up your next trick that'll allow them to cash their 2 aces. So it's probably hard to be more than plus 460 in 3 no trump, and 5 clubs the same, plus 400. Okay, so East deals and passes, and South at other colors might venture 3 clubs, but here at red on white second seat, your hand is a little too bad and your clubs are definitely too bad. So you pass, and West has a few options. They can open a diamond, which is the normal system bid, or they can open one of their 2 4-card majors, and since they are in third seat, if they are going to open a 4-card major, they should open a heart, because if you open a heart, it'll allow your partner to respond to spade. You can still get to your spade fit. If you open a spade, however, your partner bids no trump, you can't really rebid 2 hearts because you don't want them to preference back with a doubleton. Now you play a 4-2 fit, and it's a disaster. So as it turns out on this hand, if you elect to open a diamond, it's going to go pass, a diamond pass, 1 heart, and now South can bid 2 clubs. They have about enough strength for a passed hand 2 club overcall. And even though they are red on white, it's pretty safe. They have a singleton heart. Their clubs are okay, and they have 6 of them. So 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 clubs, and East will probably take the push to 3 hearts, based on the presumed double fit here. And this will go all pass, and they'll be down 1, but as you can see, North-South do make 3 clubs. So if you elect to open a heart, it's going to go pass 2 hearts, and then it's just going to go pass, because South can't really chance a 3 club overcall. This is a good way to go for 1100 if you want to be bidding 3 clubs here. So 2 hearts is always cold, but North actually has a lead problem against 2 hearts. Obviously, they don't want to lead or underlead their ace of spades. They don't want to lead a heart because they don't know that the hearts are 4-4, that their hearts are likely to be pick-upable anyway. If the hearts are 5-3, they would be very likely to be blowing a trump trick by leading a trump. So they'll probably pick between the minors, and generally you would prefer to lead from your weaker minor holding. So you would lead the king-10 third versus the king-jack third, and here this doesn't work out so well because the diamond lead is going to go around to the queen. And then East-West will probably make at least 3 hearts if they play it carefully. So on this deal, opening a heart, it works out much better. And I think there's a lot of merit to doing so in third seat, for sure. Alright, so board 3. South deals and passes, and West has the option to open 2-no or a diamond. Personally, I would just open 2-no trump. I have a really primey 19 count. I have some tennises and kings that I would like the lead coming into me, and it might be a lot harder for the opponents to defend if they can't see my hand. So if you do elect to open a diamond, the action will go pass, and East will probably scrounge up a 1-no trump overcall. Even though you have 1-no trump response. Even though you have 4 diamonds, this is not the time to be bidding an inverted 3-diamond raise, since you have completely flat shape and a terrible hand. You're vulnerable. You don't want to propel your side up 2 levels, especially when sometimes your partner has only 3 diamonds. Anyway, so South will pass, and West has a pretty normal 3-no bid, prime 19 count. So this goes all pass, and as you can see, 3-no is, you're going to be a little short on tricks. So South has an automatic Jack of Hearts lead, or 10 of Hearts if you play Rusino. The reason we don't lead our 5-card club suit is on this auction, clubs is often East's suit, so you don't really want to be leading into East suit. East denied a major, and presumably they denied diamonds, so they probably have clubs. On the actual deal, they were just balanced. But anyway, so you lead the Jack of Hearts, and it goes low, 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 or low, low, queen, sorry. And East has problems. First of all, they have entry problems. They can't untangle their club tricks. And even if they could, they don't have enough tricks. They basically, they have 1 heart, 1 diamond, 2 clubs, 3 if they can untangle them, and they can have 3 to 4 spade tricks, depending on where the king is and what happens with the 9 of spades and whether they're 3-3 or whatever. So if you are counting, most of the time that's going to add up to 8 tricks. So what should you do in this hand? Well, there's a few things that you could try to do. For one, you could try to play the 7 of spades to the queen, and if this loses to the king, then you do have an entry back to your hand. But most intelligent Norths will duck this trick, so that's not really going to help you. The other option you can do is you can try to work on diamonds, try to duck a few diamonds to the north hand to try to keep them from leading a heart through your king. You do expect to have a late diamond entry with the 9 of diamonds. So that might be the best thing to do, but that doesn't really work here, since when you play a diamond up, it's going to go queen, you'll be forced to win your ace. Then when you play another diamond up, North will just cash 3 diamonds and exit a club. So what happened at our table is they elected to take the spade finesse, Jack of spades, low, 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 spade to the queen and king, and North, not having anything better to do, got out a club to clarify the position to their partner. They could have played a spade for the same effect, except the club basically says, I don't have the king of clubs, so, you know. And if you look at it from North's perspective, they can see a lot of high cards between their 2 hands. So they probably place East with the Jack of spades, the queen of hearts, the king of clubs, and probably the queen of diamonds to make up an 8 count, which is a pretty normal 1-no bid. So anyway, so they are on the board and they cash their black suit winners and lead a diamond off. And North goes up with the king of diamonds, playing East for the queen. And as it turns out, their partner has the stiff queen. So then they continue the Jack of diamonds. And actually, at this point, if Declare just wins the Jack of diamonds and plays another diamond, they have created a short entry to their hand with the 9 of diamonds. So then they'll be able to cash the king of clubs for making 3. If you duck this trick, however, North can play ace of hearts, heart, which will end play you onto the board. And you'll be forced to give them a 3rd diamond trick. so you'll be down 1. Okay, so now West deals and passes. Pass, and East opens 1 spade. South bids 2 hearts, which, by the way, this is like the worst 2-heart bid, but you still would bid it. But and East has a pretty maximum passed hand. This is a hand where you might game force it if your partner had opened a spade in any other seat. Here, I think you just bid 3 hearts. It goes pass, and East bids 4 spades. And this goes all pass. And even though your hand is not doesn't look that great, you have the stiff king of clubs and the king of hearts, presumably sitting with the ace over it. You do have 13 points and a singleton, so your hand has a lot of potential. It doesn't look good, but when your partner gives you some cards and fills it in, it could end up a lot better. So generally, if your partner gives you a limit raise and you have a singleton and not like a dead minimum, I would tend to accept their limit raise. So the play of the hand, South will lead the queen of clubs, and it doesn't really matter what order they do things. Eventually they'll get to the board and take a spade finesse, and they'll be able to pitch one of their losers on the ace of clubs and ruff 2 other losers for making 4. So they'll probably give up a diamond and 2 hearts. Okay, so board 5. North passes. This is probably a 2-heart opener at any other colors, but red on white it's not, so pass. East opens a club. South can choose to overcall a diamond or pass. I would generally pass on this hand because it kind of sucks, and usually you would expect your diamond overcalls to have a little more meat to them, especially at red-white, since it doesn't take up any space, doesn't hurt the opponents, so you really want to have sort of a more constructive hand, I think. So anyway, so pass, and West bids a spade, pass, and this hand bids 2 spades, pass, and this hand will probably ask with 2 no trump to see how many trumps their partner has and whether they're min or max. And it goes pass, and this hand has a 13 count with 4 spades, so they'll probably bid 3 spades to show a max, and this hand will kick it in. North will lead the jack of hearts, and it's not really going to hurt to play low on this trick and hope your queen can win. It's not likely that North led from king jack 10, but it's also not likely there's a ruff abound. So you play low, South wins the king, and nothing better to do. They might play back a diamond or they might play back a spade. Definitely not a club, looking at this dummy. So whatever happens, they'll be able to draw trumps in 2 rounds and take a club finesse. And now, if you notice, the correct way to play clubs on this deal is to play a club to the ace and then run the jack of clubs, pinning the doubleton 10. Unfortunately, you don't have any distributional information to do this, so you're just going to take a normal club finesse, I think, king of clubs, and the low club to the jack. If you were playing imps, you would probably try to lead a diamond up first to see how many club tricks you actually need before determining how you want to play clubs. If for example, the ace of diamonds is onside, you only need 3 club tricks, so you would just safety play the clubs. And you would do that by playing a club to the ace and then running the 8 of clubs to make sure you don't lose more than 1 club trick. But anyway, so you'll be in 4 spades making 4 most likely, losing a heart, a diamond, and a club. Okay, so this is a pretty exciting hand, at least it was at our table. It doesn't have to be that exciting. Normal auction might go a spade, 2 clubs, with north-south silence, obviously. A spade, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 hearts, 3 spades, 4 clubs, key card, not enough, 5 hearts, all pass. And you'll notice that 5 hearts is cold because South with the spade void is on lead and can't get any ruffs. What happened at our table is this guy opened a spade, pass, and this hand bid 2 hearts, which I think is more of an old school thing where 2 hearts doesn't promise 5. So now the north hand at white on red decided to overcall 2-no for the minors. And it's not really a 2-no overcall at any other color, but at these colors it's pretty obvious, and certainly your hand is even good enough that if the opponents are joking around a little, you might actually make 5 of a minor. So 2-no. And now this hand raises to 3 hearts. And South really likes the minor bid, so they decide to bid 3 spades to highlight the spade void. This hand now, presumably, they didn't know if their partner had 3 or 4 hearts. They decided to bid 4 spades. Actually, if you notice, if North doubles this, you can actually beat 4 spades. Played from the east side with heart ruff, club back, heart ruff, and the ace of spades coming. But anyway, North pass, not unreasonable, and East decides to bid key card, and South doesn't really know who's making what, throws out 6 diamonds. And that's generally a good policy on these deals. If you're white on red and you have no idea what anyone is making, just bid 1 more, just in case. And if you'll notice that if they do double you in 6 diamonds, that you'll go for 500, but it's a good save against their game still. So anyway, 6 diamonds, and this hand not unreasonably doubles. It goes pass, and East has a little bit of a problem. He's worried that, that they might be making a slam, they're not getting 6 diamonds for enough, so he bids 6 spades. What he should really bid is 6 hearts, because he doesn't want to play spades, he wants to play hearts, knowing that his partner has at least 4 or 5 hearts and only 3 spades for this sequence. So if he does bid 6 hearts, it'll be 6 hearts from this side, which is the wrong side. This will get doubled and go down 2. As it was, 6 spades got doubled and went down 3. But passing would have been the winner here, but I think that even minus 500 would not have scored that well. Okay, let's move this over and get rid of that, maybe. Alright, so the next board, we have South dealing and passing. This hand opens a diamond, North bids pass, East bids a heart, South overcalls a spade, West makes a support double, North bids 2 spades, East has some sort of a slam interested hand, so he's probably going to Q-bid 3 spades, which is ambiguous, unfortunately, but he's probably hoping to be able to pull 3-no to 4 hearts to show a mild slam try. South passes, and this hand has a little bit of a problem. They don't have a spade stopper. They don't know for a fact that they have a heart fit yet. So their 2 options here are to bid 4 diamonds, I think, or to bid 4 hearts. 4 diamonds, I think, would show at least 1 more diamond. So I think 4 hearts is pretty normal to bid. You've already shown exactly 3 hearts. So if your partner wants to play in a different contract, they can choose to do so without your input. And this is going to go all pass. South is going to lead the 10 of clubs. And the play is about 2 guesses, 1 in diamonds and 1 in spades. You can probably guess that the ace of spades is correct for you, is in the South hand, because they didn't lead a spade. So they either have ace or ace queen, basically. So you're going to draw trumps and then lead the jack of spades and run it, hoping that it's ace and not ace queen. And if this loses to the queen, and then then they cash the ace, for example, and play a diamond, you're going to play South for the queen of diamonds, since you would probably not be assuming that they have the ace queen of spades, ace queen of spades, ace of diamonds, I think. That would give North like a 5 count, although it's not impossible. But on the actual deal, as it turns out, the Jack of Spades goes to the ace, so now you're definitely going to play south for the ace of diamonds when you lead a diamond up, so making 5. Okay, next board. So non-vol, pass, a diamond, pass, a heart, pass, a no trump, all pass. So East would normally pick between one of their 2 majors, but since hearts were bid, they'll lead the 4th best spade. This will go low, jack, low. And it doesn't hurt to throw in the jack, obviously. Even if declare has the queen and wins it, when your partner leads a spade through, presumably they can outspot the dummy, so you'll still end up with 3 spade tricks. Anyway, so now after playing the jack holding, you have a few options. It doesn't look right to shift to a heart, for sure, looking at the king, jack, 4th, and the dummy. So your options are to shift to a diamond or a club. And I think that if you shift to a diamond, you notice that North opened a diamond, so they have at least 4 diamonds, 3 in dummy. So partner has at most 2 diamonds, which means that it's unlikely they have more than 1 diamond trick, if any. So I think probably the best thing to do is just shift to the king of clubs, which is going to be good whenever, first of all, whenever North doesn't have the jack of clubs. But even on this layout, when they do have the jack of clubs, you'll notice if you shift to the king of clubs, they can win the ace, even play a club back, although they're still going to play a heart, really. But at some point your partner will get in with the ace of hearts. You'll be able to take 3 more spade tricks, and notice that you have to lead the queen of spades to squash the 10. This is kind of a free play, because if you don't lead the queen of spades, you're just going to give them... If they have 10 third opposite king third, your partner had ace jack third, then they're always going to get a spade trick when you play a spade. So you might as well play the spade queen in case it's 10 and 1. So anyway, so when they get in with the ace of hearts, so that you can run 3 more spades, so in all you'll take 4 spades, 1 heart, and 1 club to hold it to 1, which would give you a really good score. At our table, this guy made the natural play of a diamond back. So now actually the correct play is to cash the ace king of diamonds in case it's jack and 1. That way you can unblock the diamonds to the 10 and now play on hearts. And they can take their spades, but then you just pitch clubs on them and claim the hearts, basically, eventually. On the diamond lead, actually, so anyway, so that on the diamond return you should make 2. That would give you 4 diamonds, 3 hearts, and a club, and they will not have set up their club trick quite yet, so... Okay, so now North deals, and North has a pretty decent 17 count, so they open a no trump, and it goes pass, or this hand actually might choose to show clubs if they want. Since that didn't happen at our table, I'm just going to ignore that. So it goes pass, pass, and this hand will definitely show the majors. And it'll go pass. If they showed the majors by bidding 2 hearts, North can make a takeout double, but over any other bid they would pass. And this hand would either bid no preference if they have it available, or they would probably just pick one at random, so let's say 2 hearts. And if they do bid 2 hearts, this hand might choose to raise to 3 hearts, because basically all you need from your partner to make a game is like an ace in your major and like the jack in the other major, and then you're making a game. So I think that then you raise to 3 hearts, and this will go all pass. And 3 hearts will make 3, so you'll be plus 140. If this hand does elect to show a minor, I think that this hand should probably just overrule them and bid 2 hearts, which you won't be able to show both majors now, but you just pick your longer one. You definitely don't want to play in partner's minor. Alright, board 10. So East steals, and East has a 13 count, so they open 1 diamond, and South passes, or bids a heart, actually. Again, at both vol, maybe you'd like to have a better suit, but here on this hand, actually, your hand is decent. You have an ace and a king. So you could try to bid a heart, for sure. Passing is not unreasonable. So let's say you bid a heart, and this hand probably will make a negative double, and North will give a limit raise in hearts. East will pass. Maybe they want to rebid their diamonds, but that really should show 6, so they pass. And the South obviously has no interest. They bid 2 hearts. This hand probably will compete to 3 diamonds. North may choose to compete to 3 hearts, and you'll rest there, making 3. What happened at our table was actually kind of interesting. It went a diamond, a heart, 3 diamonds, and now the North hand has a kind of a choice. They have a little more than a 3 heart bid, but they don't quite have enough to bid 4 hearts. So if you were playing imps, you might just go for 4 hearts, assume that your partner has a good hand for their vulnerable overcall. At match points, you have no reason to go high, and they did open and bid on your right, so probably your partner is the one that's jokering. And this is good also if you know your partner's style. Like if you know your partner's really sound, then you would be more likely to just bid 4 hearts. But anyway, so you bid 3 hearts, and again, you're plus 140. Alright, board 11, South deals and passes, and this hand opens a strong no trump. North passes, and East has a few options. They can either text this directly, or they can transfer and then mid-game, which most people play shows a mild slam try. Personally, I don't really like that treatment because I never know exactly what my partner wants from me when he makes a mild slam try. So I prefer to just leave the room available. So you can also transfer to hearts, and you should be able to show some sort of a balanced heart slam try over this. So you should probably check with your partner about what your agreements are over the 2-level transfers. I think this hand is definitely worth a slam try. This hand, even though they have some controls, 2 little hearts, and not overall like a great hand, you'll probably end up in 4 hearts. So against 4 hearts, some people would lead a diamond from this hand, but North has actually a pretty good normal lead of the Queen of Spades. And the Queen of Spades is more of an attacking lead because the diamond's not likely to set up a trick since you have 6 of them. And also the best thing about this kind of a lead is that because you had Queen Jack Doubleton, it's never going to cost you double dummy to lead this queen. So you lead the Queen of Spades, and declare can win the first round or duck it. And general policy is that if you have no real reason to duck it, then don't duck it. So you can see here that you don't have any problems with like things getting crossed back and forth, and you might actually be able to pitch both your spades on the 3rd round of your minor suits. So you're going to do that. So you'll win the first trick and draw 2 rounds of trumps here. And then you're going to play ace of diamonds and probably the king queen of diamonds first, since you have fewer cards in that minor, pitching 1 spade. And actually this is unlucky here. This hand is going to rough in on the third diamond, and they'll get to cash 1 spade. So you'll probably make 5. If you had elected to play on clubs first, this hand would not have been able to ruff in, so you would have made 6. What happened against us was a little crazy. On the Queen of Spades lead, they won the first trick, and then they forgot to draw 2 rounds of trumps. So they played 3 rounds of diamonds, and South ruffed in on the third round, played a low spade to their partner because they wanted another diamond through. So North played a diamond, and now when they roughed in with the 6, South was able to over-ruff. Note that if they rough in with the ace, they can split trumps 2-2, but it still gives us another heart trick. So East-West made only 4 hearts, losing a spade, a diamond ruff, and another trump. So the key thing is don't forget to draw trumps. Alright, so West steals and passes. South passes. This guy opens a diamond. North passes. 1 spade. Pass. 2 spades. And now if North wants, they can make a takeout double, which is kind of aggressive. And at these colors, I elected not to. So this one's all pass. No, if they do make a takeout double, then it should go pass, and their partner should bid 2-no, asking to pick a minor, and they'll end up in 3 clubs. But just in case their partner has diamonds. Actually, against us, they opened a club. So then, anyway, so this hand will bid 3 spades for sure. Still, since they know that they have a 9-card spade fit and law of total tricks and all that. So now South is on lead, and against this auction, they probably are going to lead a club, which is going to result in you taking 2 clubs, a heart, and a diamond, and the spade finesse is on side for making 3. Okay, North deals, and this is a pretty crazy looking hand. So you open a diamond, pass, and South bids a spade. And this hand is pretty good, 8, 10, 15, a 19 count. So you have a few options. You can just overcall 2 hearts, planning to double on a future round. Or you can double now, planning to rebid 2 hearts. And this might get clubs in the picture if you want to get clubs in the picture. I think either is totally reasonable with only 5 hearts, and maybe you don't want to overcall 3 hearts. If it gets that high later on, you might consider just bidding 2 hearts and doubling back in later. Anyway, so let's say you bid 2 hearts, and North has a few choices, and if you are playing imps, it's not unreasonable to bid 3 hearts, asking your partner for a heart stopper. If your partner has a heart stopper, you're likely going to be providing 7 tricks for them, so that's going to be 8, and then they just need to find a trick in the wash. At match points, I think it's okay to just bid 3 diamonds. So anyway, so you bid 3 diamonds, and East has a few options. They can bid 3 hearts, which their partner is going to be a little disappointed about the level of high cards, but they'll be happy about the number of trumps in the stiff diamond, they think anyway. They can bid 4 hearts, but it's not really looking like 4 hearts is going to be best. So I think I would just settle for 3 hearts. If partner ends up doubling them in some level of diamonds, I think I'm probably going to pull this to 4 hearts, because I don't think that they would expect me to have this kind of a hand. So anyway, so 3 hearts, and this hand has a pretty, it kind of wants to bid over 3 hearts. So they don't really have an actual heart stopper. On the deal, they do have a heart stopper since the ace king are both in this hand. But they could try 3-no, or they might just try 4 diamonds, knowing they have at least a 10-card diamond fit here. And this hand will happily bid 4 hearts. And North, not really knowing, was probably going to save in 5 diamonds, which will go pass, pass, double. And now when they bid 5 diamonds, it's important for this hand, even though they bid 3 hearts earlier, to not pull, because they don't have a reasonable expectation of making 5 hearts, and their partner clearly has a huge hand. So a pretty normal result will be 5 diamonds doubled down 1 north-south. If the bidding goes differently at other tables, then like for example, if north does bid 3 hearts, goes pass, and south bids 3 no trump, you'll notice that 3 no is going to be cold from the south. Anything that this hand leads is going to give them their 9th trick, and if they choose to lead a passive diamond, they're going to get squeezed and end played and all sorts of things. Alright, board 14. So east deals and passes, and south has a normal 1 heart opener, and west has either a 2 spade or a 1 spade bid. So let's say that they decide to bid 2 spades on the basis that their partner is a passed hand, and they want to get into the auction a little more. So now north has an interesting choice. They can bid 3 diamonds, which is an overbid since it's forcing to game, basically. Or they can double, which is, doesn't really show 6-5 in the minors. But I think double is right, so north doubles, and it goes. This hand probably passes. If they were a little crazy, they might chance like a 3 spade bid to further screw with the opponents, but let's say they pass, and so south has 2 options. They can rebid their heart suit, or they can actually bid 2 no trump. And I like the 2 no bid here because it gives a lot of flexibility. I mean, your hearts aren't that great, so you can always theoretically back into hearts if you want, but bidding 3 hearts might put your partner in a tough position, as it does on this hand, where you don't necessarily know if you can because the hand is like stiff, and 3 hearts maybe contains a better suit. And anyway, so south actually chose to bid 2 no trump, which, if you'll notice, actually is the only making spot for east-west. But so pass, and now north has a normal pull. They don't want to play clubs when their partner is denying a minor fit, so they just pull to 3 diamonds. And this is not like super weak. You still show enough values to make the negative double over 2 spades. It just shows that you don't have the game forcing hand, that you couldn't bid 3 diamonds originally. Pass. And south maybe could try 3 hearts if they want. Maybe with a small stiff diamond. Certainly with a diamond void, they would try 3 hearts. With a stiff queen of diamonds, they probably just decided this was fine, and then so they passed. And 3 diamonds in the north is the final spot, which, as you can see, is basically booked for down 1. There's a normal spade lead, the 10 of spades, and it goes jack, king, low. So this hand has a few options here. Actually, they're not really sure what they should do. Definitely a heart looks wrong. It might be right to just play a diamond here, but they don't know the extent of north-south's heart fit. They can't overrough the dummy, so king of clubs and a club is not necessarily right. So I think west has kind of an unsolvable problem. So at our table, they continued the ace of spades, which you rough. And now the north hand knows that east has the ace king of spades, and presumably one of the club honors. Otherwise, this hand may have led a club still from ace king. So the heart finesse should be on side. So then they run the jack of hearts. And after this holds, you can try to play on clubs. As soon as east wins the club, they will play a trump, to keep you from roughing anything. And they can tell from their hand that the hearts are not going to be good for tricks, so they have no problems doing that. And so after a while, 3 diamonds should go down 1. Okay, board 15. So south deals and passes, 6, 10, 11. North-south interval, so this is not an unreasonable 1 club opener. If you do open 11 counts, you would be white on red, so definitely not unreasonable to open this hand. Let's say that you pass anyway, and North opens a diamond, and this hand overcalls 1 heart, and South makes a negative double, and this hand gives a limit raise of a heart. North passes. This hand bids 2 hearts, and this goes all pass. Even though South has 4 diamonds, they have a really terrible hand. So you would probably just lead the Queen of Spades on this deal. You could also try a diamond partner suit. On the actual hand, Queen of Spades will work out to hold it to 2, and a diamond will declare a diamond trick, so then they'll make 3. Okay, West deals. So they have 4, 8, 10, 14 count. Kind of a random 14 count. So they'll open a club, and unless you play that 2 clubs is natural here, you don't have a bid. So you pass, and this hand, a lot of people actually will respond on this hand with only the doubleton club. So they might bid a diamond, which is their better suit, or they might bid a spade if they really care about the majors. But at our table they did pass, and South balanced 1 heart. And it goes pass, and North has a pretty interesting problem. You can't bid 2 clubs because that would be a Q bid showing heart support, so I think you just kind of have to bid 1 no trump, because you can't really pass 1 heart, you could still have a game. So 1 no trump pass, and South bids 2 hearts, and then you play it there. And 2 hearts, basically you're going to lose 3 diamonds in some fashion, and a heart. And you are not really going to lose anything else. Played from the North, they can lead a spade through you from the get-go, so you're going to only make 2 from the North and 3 from the South. Oh, one more thing is what should this hand lead against 2 hearts? And at our table they chose Ace of Diamonds, Diamond, which could have been very dangerous. But certainly you don't have a very good lead. You could try a trump lead. It's not going to give up your immediate trump trick, but it might leave you in a poor position later on. So again, this is one of those lead problems where like you just don't want to be in this position when you have this hand. You want to be on lead when you have King, Queen, Jack, 10, 4th. Okay, board 14. So North deals and picks up a 21 count. And so they open 2 no trump, goes pass, and South transfers to 3 hearts. Pass. And if you do play some sort of a super accept here, this is kind of the hand for it. You have 4 card support, you have looks like only 3 losers outside. You can make game on as little as King, 5th, and out. So definitely I think this is worth some sort of a super accept. But if you're not sure whether you're playing super accepts or not, you just bid 3 hearts, and South will probably pass with a terrible shape and only 3 high card points. And on a good day you'll make 4, and on a bad day you'll notice that trumps are not working. So this guy probably is going to lead the 10 of clubs, and what you should do is you should play low, low, and win the ace in your hand, and then you can cash the ace of hearts. And when you cash the ace of hearts getting the bad news, you can cross to the dummy in a club and lead a heart up towards your 10. This hand will have to fly with the queen, and they can do best by shifting to a spade, probably. They definitely don't want to play diamonds for you. If they erroneously cash the ace of diamonds, um, and then play another diamond trying to aim for a ruff, you'll be able to play the 10 of hearts out of your hand, forcing the next heart honor, and eventually be able to draw the last trump and pitch the third spade on your queen of diamonds for making 3. Those of you in 4 hearts are unfortunately not going to have any play whatsoever. Okay, so East deals, and East has a pretty normal 3 diamond opener. South has a pretty normal pass, and this hand probably is going to bid 5 diamonds, I think. And North wants to do something but doesn't quite have enough, so this goes all pass. And against 5 diamonds, South could literally lead any card in their hand to try to beat it. It's pretty normal to lead the deuce of spades. And North wins the king of spades. And you can sort of see from the dummy that this might be pretty hopeless. You have 5 hearts, and from the deuce of spades lead, you can tell that the declarer has 3 spades, probably 7 diamonds. So they're really unlikely to have more than a stiff heart. And even if they have 2 hearts, then you can see that the other heart can go on the club. The other thing that you can see that the declarer can't see, though, is that you can see that clubs are coming in. So if declarer has the queen of clubs, they would know that, but if they don't, they have no idea if clubs are breaking, if the queen is on side. That's only something that you know. So even though it looks kind of futile, it's right to play the king of hearts back. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get declarer to basically ruff spades in the dummy with the trumps and hopefully promote your partner a trump trick. Because you can tell from their hand that if declarer just draws trumps and plays on clubs, that they'll be able to just run the clubs, like as long as they have one of them. You know, if they YOLO finesse with their singleton, they'll definitely be able to run it. You know, they might try to play on clubs if you don't knock out this entry in the dummy. So anyway, so king of hearts. And so now declarer embarks on a pretty normal quest to ruff his 2 spades. And this will promote a trump trick for your partner, so they'll make 5. Okay, where is board 19? There you go. Alright, so board 19, so South opens a heart, it goes pass, and North bids Jacoby to no trump, and it goes pass. Actually, you know, this is the kind of hand where just throwing in a 3 club bid here is not the craziest. You can tell that your partner has a stiff heart, and you really want the lead, and they almost never go after you here. Certainly you'd rather not be red on white, but just sort of saying that in passing. You're not actually going to bid, I think, on this hand, but Jacoby auction is one of the safest auctions to come in because the opponents don't often go after you. Anyway, so pass, and South has 2 options. They can show 5-5 hearts and diamonds, or they can show their club shortness. And generally, they should have some better quality diamonds to show their second 5-card suit. Usually, I think 2 of the top 3 honors. So they just bid 3 clubs to show club shortness. Pass, and North is pretty happy about this bid. So it sort of depends on what you play over this. They might try a 3 diamond bid, pass, and South is probably going to rebid 4 clubs, which is the highlight of their hand to show that they have a club void, or maybe the stiff ace, but certainly if they have stiff ace, they have extras to be bidding like this. So North, knowing that South has a club void when they rebid 4 clubs, can pretty much see that they have to have a slam. So they might just take control now, bid key card, find out South has 2 key cards. South would show the queen, 2 key cards and the queen. So they're gonna be like, that's great, and they might look for the king of diamonds, and South is gonna show no kings, and they'll play in 6 hearts. The only thing in six hearts is that you do have to be sure that you can ruff all your diamonds, and your spots are pretty good in trumps, so it's okay, I think, to not draw trumps immediately, and embark on roughing some diamonds. And everything will work on this deal, so you will end up making 6. Alright, board 20. West deals and opens 1 diamond. Pretty normal 1 diamond opener, I think. And North, again, has 2 options. They can double or they can overcall heart and plan to double later. Again, with the kind of anemic heart suit, I mean, sure, Ace King 6-5-4, I think it's best to just overcall heart and then double back in later. So 1 heart, 1 spade. South has no bid, so they pass. And this hand will bid 2 clubs. And if North doubles here, it would be a takeout, sort of a takeout-ish double. So North passes, and East preferences back to the opener suit. South passes, pass, and now North can make a takeout double of 2 diamonds. Pass. And South should probably be sitting for this, since their only values are in the minors. And North doesn't have 6 hearts, and they have a good hand. So they may be expecting it to be a little close, but it's certainly not going to be less than down 1, which will be 200 at match points. So they pass, and as it turns out, it's a disaster for East-West. North is going to lead their stiff trump because they have all the other suits locked up, essentially. They might start the ace of hearts just to take a peek at dummy, and then shift to their stiff trump. So this is going to be won cheaply by this hand. And at some point, South is going to get in with the King of Clubs and play the second round of trumps, basically killing dummy. So they're going to take 4 clubs, probably only 1 diamond, but 2 hearts and a spade for down 3. 800. Good score. Alright, second to last board. We can do it. So North deals and passes, and East opens a diamond. South passes, and West has a pretty normal game force, so they bid 2 clubs. North passes. East can choose to bid 2 hearts or 2 no trump. Probably with some modicum of shape, you should bid 2 hearts. So this hand bids 3 clubs, and East bids 3 no trump, and this goes all pass. And on this lead, South might try a spade lead. If they do lead a heart, I believe that you can... if they do lead a heart, it's going to go low, Jack, Queen, let's say. They're going to win the club, play a heart back, and declare will end up with 5 club tricks, 2 hearts is 7, 2 diamonds is 9, and if they choose to play a spade to the Jack Ace, they'll have a 10th trick. So most likely they'll end up making 9 or 10 tricks, I think. And final board, East deals a diamond, a spade, 1 no trump, pass, pass. And now South, you definitely do have the option of bidding 2 hearts. Your hand should probably be a little better to take a second bid, but you are white. So at our table, they chose to pass and defend 1 no trump, which is not unreasonable. The opponents are red. And it sounds like since you do have the stiff diamond, your partner has a lot of diamonds. So it's possible you just don't have a fit and you're bidding into a minus score. So now a lot of people from the North hand would just lead their ace of spades partner suit, but you can sort of tell that your righty bid 1 no pretty happily, and so you don't really want to give up control in the spade suit. So holding Jack 10-9, 6-3, even though your lefty opened a diamond, they don't promise more than 4 diamonds, and your partner might even have a diamond honor. So I think it's pretty normal to lead the Jack of diamonds. So declare looks at the dummy, wins the ace. And the jack of diamonds should be sort of a warning sign to declare that it's not right to play on diamonds. They should probably play on the suits where they have to get out the aces. So I think it's pretty normal to win the diamond and play a club to the queen, ace. Basically, if you do this, there's not going to be that much that they can do in terms of preventing you from scoring 7 tricks. But let's say you decide to play the second round of diamonds, which is what happened at our table, and you get the bad news in diamonds. So now you play a club to the queen ace, and North continues the the 10 of diamonds, driving out your last diamond stopper. So you cash your clubs, noting that they do break, and on the 4th club, North pitches a high heart. And so now you're trying to drive out the ace of hearts, obviously. So you play the king of hearts, South wins the ace, and plays the jack of spades. And this is important since dummy has 10 and 1. If they just play a low spade, declare can just play low, North wins the ace, cashes their diamonds, but South has a definite, or this hand has a definite spade stopper with the queen. So the jack of spades is a play where if West covers with the queen, North wins the ace, now you have the king over the 10 and your 9 will be high. So this is kind of like a surrounding play, except since dummy only has 2 cards, it's more like a smothering play, I guess. Anyway, so South plays the jack of spades, and what what West has to do, which is a little counterintuitive, is that they have to duck this trick. And if they duck this trick, the jack of spades will hold, South will continue another spade to the ace, but all North will be able to do is cash the remaining diamonds, and then they'll have to exit the last heart for making 1. This play obviously doesn't work if South started with ace, king, jack, 5th of spades. But if they had started with this hand, they may not have found this jack of spades play, which is pretty baller. Also, if they started with this hand, even if you duck this trick, North will have no entry to cash their second diamonds, so you will just get a spade and a heart at the end. So basically ducking this trick is costless, and it will result in you making 1. If you cover, North wins their ace, cashes their diamonds, and South has 2 good spades at the end for down 1. Okay, so that was, oh no, there's 2 more boards, sorry. Okay, so South deals and passes, and this hand I think has an opener, so they open a diamond. It's pretty light, but I think you can open this. You can also pass if you want, but let's say they open a diamond, because that's what happened at our table. And North passes, and East has a pretty good hand here. So I think that when you do play 2 for 1 standard, that you can bid 2 clubs here even with a 4-card major and just back into it. So you bid 2 clubs, and this hand bids 2 hearts, and now you bid 3 hearts. And now this hand just bids 4 hearts. They have like a terrible dreck, dead minimum, nothing good. And this hand has a pretty prime 16 count, and the stiff ace of spades and their partner opening a diamond may entice them to just bid key card. So if they do bid key card, this person will show 1, and they'll ask for the queen of hearts, and they'll show it, and they may just decide to gamble out 6 hearts, hope for the best. If they want to be a little more scientific, they can probably make 1 more slam try, and they can make a slam try by q-bidding spades for 1, and their partner, while their partner does have a pretty terrible hands, they do have king, queen, really good trumps. Again, they have the 2 controls, so their partner will probably q-bid 5 clubs back at them, and I think that will get them pretty excited, and they'll still bid 6 hearts. So a pretty normal spot is to get to 6 hearts from the east-west, and make 6 when you can pitch your diamond loser on the extra clubs. All right, the real last hand. Okay, so West deals and passes, and North can open this hand or they can pass. Let's say that they open it because we have been opening our 11 counts. So they open a diamond, pass. South bids a spade, pass. North bids a no trump, pass. And South has decent 11 count, so they're going to want to invite. So for those of you who play one-way check back, they're going to bid 2 clubs, pass, and their partner is going to bid 2 hearts, pass, and now they're going to bid 2 spades, which should show that they have 5 spades and an invite, something like that. If you do play two-way check back, then you bid 2 clubs, which relays to 2 diamonds, and now you bid 2 spades, showing specifically 5 or more spades in an invitational hand. And regardless of whatever you do, North is going to be like, hell no, so they'll pass. You play 2 spades, and you'll make 3 when you lose a club, and 2 hearts, and a spade. And notice that it's important to hook in spades twice, so you can try to avoid as many spade losers as possible. Alright, so that was it. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about things that I said, sometimes when you're talking here, you might say like the wrong thing sometimes, so please feel free to email or anything, or just come up to me in person.